Welcome to Cape Town for World Champs 2017. We're live with the Pulling Hookers who are from Cape Town versus the Roaring Lions. They've travelled all the way from UAE and they've arrived last night. This is a Pool B match, and I'm with John, and John's a big supporter of the Pulling Hookers. He knows a few of their players, and he's going to join me in the commentary box for the first session. Welcome, John.
Good afternoon there.
John, have you got inside knowledge into the Pulling Hookers? Are there any standout players that we should be looking for here?
Well, Adrian is a very good player, very good left-hander. He bowls a little bit of off-spin, but he's a class batsman. You also got the keeper. He is actually a pretty good bowler. He usually brings him in a little pace and swing, but it doesn't seem like he's looking to bowl today.
Okay, why is that?
Oh, well, he says he likes holding the gloves instead.
Okay, so he's a bit of an all-rounder.
Yeah.
So first up we have Jacques de Cree. Tell me a bit about him.
Well, I spoke to him a little bit last night, and he said he was so keen.
Good start there. Just off the pads. I think that's going to be 4 leg bars to start. Let's see what I was thinking. Hey, got a bat on there.
Oh well, age is still it still goes down as stats on your account there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So the Roaring Lions, all the way from United Arab Emirates. This is Deepak Nicholas on strike. He's the captain. He's also been selected as the captain for UAE in the World Series next year in England. So he's going to represent his country next year in England. If you watch his next ball.
That was a nice little guide there down to leg.
Yeah, so good start here from UAE. 6 for no loss from 2. This is the key player for the UAE Roaring Lions, Deepak Nicholas. Oh, that's almost broken the stumps.
Ooh, almost killed the umpire there.
I think that would have been 4 if it hadn't hit. That's a bit unlucky for Deepak, but he'll be happy with 7 on 3 balls.
Oh, always happy with an extra ninth fielder there on the field, called the stumps.
That's right. So the Pulling Hookers, they based in Cape Town, but a few of the players originally from Pretoria, is that right?
Yeah, you, like I said, I'm from Pretoria myself, so I know Adrian and I know the keeper. I can't remember his name, but I've played a few games with and against him for Werfaders in Pretoria, and he is a very quick pace bowler. Looked a little bit high to me there.
So who's going to be opening up with Jacques? Huh?
I think it should be my good little left-handed friend there that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, as you said, that was just a bit high and pitched outside leg, I think.
Yeah. They're looking good. Looking like they can see the ball properly. Few edges, but still looking good after a few balls.
Jeez, that's a cracking first shot there.
That was fabulous.
So that's Hashim. Hashim's a very good batsman. I was privileged to go on a tour to Sri Lanka and played in a few games with Deepak and Hashim this time last year. And Hashim is very, very good striker of the ball. He's also a good off spinner. So I think these two are really key to the side. Got a change of bowler here, so he's coming on now. So this is Johan van der Merwe coming on to bowl now. He's got a nickname Otto. I don't know if you know any reason for the nickname Otto.
Oh, only Otto I know is an ex-rugby player.
He's just pushed down to mid-on.
Looked pretty good there, wicket to wicket.
The Roaring Lions, I must say, they've got one of the smartest kits here. I really like their choice of kit. Oh, that's going to be
Oh, what a catch.
he's not
Looking
gonna
for
be
the
happy with that,
looking for the double play, but a little bit short.
He's got a full toss. I think he could have hit it anyway. He struck it nicely, but straight to the fielder.
You never know with those full tosses, you don't know if you're going to hit them properly or not.
I think the problem there was looking at the slow motion. His top hand didn't seem to follow through. He just closed the face of the bat a bit. I think he was looking to go to the left of mid-off, and he just closed the face a bit early on, I think.
So we've got Kartik coming in now. KTK as they call him.
Kartik, number 23. It's been an interesting start. 11 for 1. So Kartik has played 19 games. Got a very healthy strike rate of 170. A decent average as well. His world ranking is 6,679. So he's definitely a player on the up.
Oh, a few more games in there and he can definitely rank in the top 100, top 200 if he wants to with that strike rate.
Just push to the onside. So what do you think pulling hookers will be comfortable with chasing you?
As I know, a few of these guys are really strong batters, so they wouldn't mind on this
Flipped
strip.
into the onside. They're going to push for 2. It's very good running.
Some fantastic running there.
Yeah. Just you saw the gap between long on and wide mid wicket. He didn't overhit it. He just hit it soft enough that the fielders on the boundary had to run in and allowed his non-striker to get back to the non-strikers in for 2. Oh, that's going to have to. Oh, just chopped short.
It's a great shot for 1 run.
So you were saying there, John?
Yeah, so they have a few strong batters in their team, and they would be on a pitch like this, which is average 160, 165 batting strip to me. They should be looking at about keeping them down to 160, 165, and I think they'll even be comfortable to chase 170, 180 odd.
Okay. Oh, well, 16 for 1 off the 2, so pretty much on the 8 and over mark, which should get them to 160, but obviously very early days, so let's see what happens. As Jar comes in for his second over.
Ah, it's a good little ball there.
Yeah, good. Giving him any room.
That's the main thing in LMS. It's not giving your striking batters any room to bat with.
Yeah, and just getting the length right, I think. Don't have to do too much on this wicket. There's a bit of variation in the pitch.
Oh, that was a fantastic ball there.
Yeah, I think T-Pack tried to overhit that. He probably be better off in his early days just nerdling it around for a bit, get used to the wicket. It's going to be very different conditions to what he would experience in the UAE. Yeah, that's a better shot.
Nice little confident front foot cover drive there.
This is a good start here from Ja.
नहीं बॉलिंग कर तू एक्शन से बॉलिंग
down to third man for one. But John, so you're playing in this tournament for Doc's Misfits. Tell us a bit about your team.
Yeah, we have a really strong side coming into this tournament. I think the most difficult thing is for our captain Doc himself. He has a really big choice in every game, picking a 8-man team because we have 10 players here and they're all extremely strong.
So which part of South Africa are you from?
Well, there's 3 of us coming from Pretoria's end. 2 of our players play in Tucks.
Okay, is the third over gone, 18 for 1. And solid start there. Okay, so you got a few guys from Tucks, huh?
Yeah, so we got Martin Slabbert coming in from Tucks and Christian Botha, a really good striking batter, and Martin is a very good leg spinner.
And what pool are you guys in?
Not really sure. I think we're in Pool G.
And who are the teams that you got in there? So we just look at the scorecard here. Deepak off to a solid start, 13 of 10. Hashim will be disappointed for that shot down the door. So that's in the air, that's long, and that's 4 runs. That's to the long boundary as well. Deepak likes it in that area. I've got a bit of inside information on him. I've seen him hit a lot of balls in that area. I think that fine leg should maybe be a bit squarer, especially with the wind. It's not going to go all the way down there.
I'm actually surprised it carried that far with him hitting the ball into the wind there.
Yeah, he's got strong levers there. I think that's a better field now. They've moved the fine leg a bit squarer. Don't know what he was thinking there. He was looking to do the dill shot.
His feet was nowhere there, no confidence. Maybe his teammates telling him now he must just get his feet moving into the right direction there. Yeah, so the rest of our players, we've got Peter Boysen, we've got Chavis, and we got Tim Wilson, who are our pace bowlers. They all clock about over 130.
So teams are going to have to get a message out to the teams to bring the helmets when they play Doc's Misfits.
Yo, Peter Boysen, I can tell you now, he bolts a ball through.
Pushed on the leg side for 1. Are they going to turn for 2? That's very good running from Deepak. Really good.
Some great communication going down there in the middle.
Really good tactics. You don't have to early doors try and hit the ball over the fence every time, especially if the fielder's back. Now the fielding team has to make a decision. Do they bring the fielder in slightly, which they're doing now, which we watch him coming to bowl again. Great shot. Van der Merwe is into his second over here. 0 for 10 after that's the end of his 2 overs. So good start. Very evenly poised at the moment. 26 for 1 after 4 overs. So where you guys staying? Where you guys staying?
Well, we're all split up at the moment. It was hard getting accommodation. We all decided late notice that we weren't going to stay in the same venue.
Is that a bit of infighting in the team?
No, not at all.
I think we might spread a rumour that there's a bit of infighting going on in Doc's.
No, most of the guys had to pay their own travels and so on, so it came down to money-wise. It wasn't financially good for everyone to maybe stay in the same location.
Okay, so who's this bowler coming in? There's a change of bowling now. Is that Milan Loubser? That's Milan Loubser coming into bowl. We'll get some stats on Milan in a second.
Oh, so Milan looks like a very lanky type of bowler. Looks like he can put the ball through a little bit quickly. Some nice bounce as well.
Is this your first time to the Western Province Cricket Club, or have you played here before?
I come here every year. This is probably my favourite venue to play at. when I come and play an LMS tournament.
Yeah, it is. You won't get a better club ground than this. You won't get a better view from a club ground than this anywhere in the world, that's for sure.
This outfield is fantastic.
Oh, that's some decent pace there from Milan.
It's nice to see bowlers bringing it up into the keeper's hands there. Most of the time you see the fingers facing downwards.
So Milan's stats, it's relatively new to LMS, but that's a very good average and a very good economy rate. Anyone that's going under 7 in LMS is a good bowler, so to be less than run a ball is definitely a bowler to look out for.
Oh, so it looks like there's a few players at this tournament that hasn't played a few games, so their rankings aren't up to scratch as where they should
Yeah,
be.
it takes a while for the rankings. So we watch Milan come in again here. So Kartik is number 23. He looks like he's going to play the anchor role from what I've seen here. I think Deepak's going to be looking to get the strike rate up a bit. That's going to be out. Oh, the fielder misread it. Very hard to judge it here with the wind. I think he thought it was going to be, took his initial step backwards where actually probably needed to come off the boundary a bit harder there.
Oh, and you see, so that was Arjan. He's from Pretoria, and I keep telling a few guys when you come down to Cape Town, I keep asking them if they ever played at the coast, and if they haven't played at the coast, I always tell them, remember that this is not the Highveld. You have to take a few steps in when you take a catch, because it always takes a little dip on you.
And also the ball travels a lot distance. I think that's his initial step. He thought that was going for 6, but as you say, it's just the atmosphere is a bit thick up here. Doesn't travel as far. I still say it's a pretty even start here.
So Adrian's going to have a little ball now.
A little off spinner.
Yeah, the left hand orthodox.
Left arm. Oh, that's a good little clever shot. I think that's going to be 3. They're going to have to run hard. That's not going to go all the way. The keeper's got a long chase here. Oh, and it's just beaten.
It's crawling to the boundary there.
Keeper's going to need a bit of time to recover from that one. Very, very well thought out shot from Deepak. He's obviously realised the pulling hookers have got their field quite square, so he's seen an opportunity just to lap one fine. Oh, that's a great shot. A really good shot here. Deepak showing why he's been selected to captain UAE in the World Series next year. That's a great shot.
That's my mistake there. I said he was a left-hand bowler. I know he bats left-handed.
Maybe he does bowl left arm. He's maybe just starting off right arm to deceive them. You never know. So this is Engelbrecht. Going to need to pull this over back. Oh, that's very clever batting. Oh, and the fielder's sleeping on the boundary there. Could be overthrows, yeah. This is really good batting from Deepak, mixing up the aggressive play with also some subtle knocks just into the onside. Yeah. So now the fielders are, the captain's not sure. He's trying to decide whether he should bring the fielders in or bring them back, keep them back.
Well, in the format of LMS, I always think it's better to keep your fielders deep, especially on the leg side, and then maybe bring in your cover fielders a little bit closer if you have to.
Yeah, I agree with that. It just sometimes with the wind, I think he's hitting into the wind here, so if you're hitting into the wind, sometimes you can encourage the guys to try and see like that. That's not going to go all the way, that's going to be out. That's a good catch.
Ooh, almost had a little drop there.
So who was that in the deep?
That's Milan.
Milan. Okay, a little juggle, but held on safely in the end.
Well, I shook his hand earlier and he had buckets. So Adrian takes a little wicket there.
I think that's the challenge here when you've got the wind and big boundary there. You're better off going the route, in my view, of Deepak there. Just nudge it into the leg side, working the twos, and waiting for the second 10 where you've got the much smaller boundary on the leg side there.
So Adrian has had a little good year with the ball so far. He's got an average of 16.97 with the economy of 6.11.
That's really good. And the new batsman coming in is Ricky, number 22. Wonder what his skipper's saying to him there. What do you think he's saying, John? Is he saying, you go hard or just push it around? What would your advice be?
Well, my advice would be let's stick around for 2 overs and maybe see what we can do after that. Because I would wait for the turn and hit with the wind.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Deepak's the key. He's got to get to 50 and make sure that they've got some insurance in the hut in case there's a batting collapse later on, and then Deepak can always come back in. In last man stands, when you get to 50 you can retire and come back in. So I think a big important part of this game here is Deepak getting to 50.
At first 50 is always important. It gets your strikers in nice and relaxed, knowing that they have an extra batter in the ranks, and then they have the freedom to play the shots that they want to play.
So we're just looking at rookie Kostler's stats here. Good average and a healthy strike rate as well. So I think he's going to prove to be a good foil for Deepak, and also good world ranking. Still relatively new to LMS cricket, so I think he should be moving up the rankings in the weeks and to come, and potentially by the end of this tournament could be in the top 5,000.
Well, they should have a lot of faith in him, putting him in at number 4, because that's usually where your first striker comes in.
He's a big guy, so I expect he can hit a ball a long way as we watch Milan come in.
I was very confident first ball there. Stepping into the ball there, having a nice little cover drive.
I think this is a really good start from Royal Line, considering they're batting into the wind. I think the 7.9 overs, I don't think it's 6.1, I might be incorrect. I'll just correct myself there.
That says 7.3.
Good start, because the second 10 they got the win with them, short boundary square, so you can definitely go 8 and 9s in the last 10. I still think they're potentially on for 150, 160. Yeah?
I reckon 165 should be a good score on this pitch. Definitely defendable.
Oh, that's a good ball. That's
Fantastic
I think
ball.
they've just nipped away a bit. Milan's showing why he's been so miserly with the ball. Great economy rate.
He definitely got the 2 biggest lads in his team going at each other, yeah?
Oh, it's just opened him up. Just gentle away swing there. Just pushed down to third man for 1.
Ricky looking nice and relaxed there in the middle. Looks like he's got all day to bat.
So what do you make that there? Graphics say 7 overs. I think it's actually 8 overs gone, 47 for 2. No, I'm correct, so it's 47. So this is a really good start then from the Royal Lions. They would have been a bit nervous getting off the plane last night. Never played any cricket in Africa.
Well, in LMS, this is the biggest stage you can get.
Oh, now we've got some country. They're peeling, they're not quite sure if they've bowled. We might have to go to... yeah, we're going to have to confirm here. They might have... Oh, he's giving them a bowl. And they've called for the third umpire. Deepak's referred it.
I think it's a good referral because it looked to me like it came off the keeper and hit the stumps.
We might need to get a slow motion here. This will be the first time in the tournament we've had to potentially overrule something. No, that's out. The umpire's got that spot on.
Yeah, definitely hit the off stump there.
Definitely hit the thumb stump. I think the confusion came. I can understand where the confusion came. Let's see. This is going to be good. Oh, that's out. This is the advantage of having cameras. I think in an ordinary game on the weekend, the batsman would probably be standing there a bit longer. But now we have the advantage of showing him the footage, and the umpires have got it spot on.
Definitely out. His feet were nowhere. Quite surprising because he had nice feet going up front there. So we got the boss number 666 coming in here.
The second number 666. I think he's stolen that one from Lee Lipstick Nestlin in the Southwest Bandits. Similar physique.
Sorry, man.
Well, luckily the number doesn't refer to what everyone thinks. The number refers to everyone showing a little bit of guns, showing the boys off, pulling up the sleeves, and then having a good bash. That's what the number stands for in cricket. It doesn't stand for what everyone thinks it stands for.
New batsman in yep, Pratap Bose, really good guy. Can bowl decent wheels, and he's also a clean striker of the ball. That's a good start. This guy. Oh, that was pass. And he came with the keeper's gloves there. So Bose, he also was part of the touring party to Sri Lanka this time last year. He was very good form on the field and off the field. As we watch AD coming in. He's pushed now. This is going to
might push for two, yeah. A good call there.
Good call. And good awareness from the fielder coming off the boundary. You realise the new batsman unlikely to be looking to clear the rope, so you just standing about 5-10 off the boundary, which I think is good tactics. The pace of the ball from this end is definitely the right way to go, because you force in the batsman to hit to the long boundary. It'll be interesting to see in the second 10 if they continue to bowl the spinners like AD, because I think that gives Deepak and Bose the opportunity to target the short boundary.
Me personally, I'll be bowling my pace bowlers from the other end, bringing in my proper pace bowlers, force them to hit to the offside.
But it looks like that bowl in Milan through yet. Did they have some other seamers up their sleeves that they haven't used yet?
Well, as you said, most of them are from Cape Town. I don't know all of them.
They might have a few surprises there to bowl from the second 10, because generally, as you say, most of the teams have been bowling the spinners from this end and the seamers from the other end.
It's a very good tactic. Got the very long boundary this side.
Just clipped off his legs. That's a great start from Bose.
That's going to run down. Oh, that's so cute. She's going to go fetch the ball.
That's very well fielded.
No, I'm good.
Someone buy her ice cream.
There she comes back now with it. So more settled conditions here today than yesterday, where the wind was gusting. It's gale force winds. A few of the touring teams just quite welcoming back to England conditions. I mean, welcome back to South African Cape Town conditions, but you wouldn't even get this in the Highveld in Joburg, would you? The wind.
Very rarely, mostly in August, you'll get winds like this, but very rare. And not very nice to play in
What do you think is harder for a bowler or the batting when the wind starts gusting like this?
Well, I think it should depend on the type of bowler that's bowling at the moment. I think it's harder for swing bowlers.
Malan just been sent back by Jose there.
Harder for swing bowlers because they know exactly where they want to put the ball down for the amount of swing that they normally give. But with the wind, it makes it difficult because you're bowling either across it or you're bowling into it.
Decent pace from Malan.
Should have been close there to the wide line. Everyone was looking back at the umpire there.
A really good spell, yeah. Well into his third over, only 13 runs.
Pulls back again. Doesn't feel comfortable, seems like it.
I think it's a bit of cat and mouse. Jose did him last time, and now he's just playing a bit of minds games, I think, back with Jose this time. Is that going to be a wide? It's a wide ball.
I think it must be because he's bowled 4 overs in a row now. I think he must be getting very uncomfortable. I know in these tournaments, if you don't properly warm up, you get a little bit stiff. If you don't stretch properly.
I bet that's hit a crack. What's that come off?
That definitely popped up there.
I think that's come off the shoulder of the bat. Let's have a look at the replay there. Maybe you've had a second slip or first slip. That would have been around head height, but obviously this is last man stands. Let's see what this hit. Maybe just played with lower hands, I don't know. I think it did.
Looked like it popped a little bit off the pitch there. A little bit of in swing there, but no bat.
I think that's just clipped the pad there. Umpires don't always get credit, but these umpires have been fantastic already in this tournament. You know, when you're not hearing too many complaints about umpires, you know they're doing a good job. I think we'll see in the slow motion that's probably just clipped the pad as we went through there.
Well, I know Tulani. Tulani is from Joburg. I've had him a few times, and he really knows what he's doing.
Okay, so 59, 3, one more over until they turn for the second 10. And deep back going with the lap sweep again. This is brilliant batting.
Just
Keepers chasing. Can they turn for the 3? It's got to be easy 3. Very intelligent batting here from Deepak, the UAE captain in the World Series next year in August, showing why the selectors had faith in him, and he's going to be leading a strong UAE team out to Chester in England next year August.
Well, 4 more balls before we have the turn, and we should be seeing a little bit of fireworks.
That's wide. I think that's really shows the batting. I think Deepak's forced the batting bowler to push it a bit wider outside off stump there.
I was trying to push it a little bit quicker through there, just didn't have any control. It's a much better ball there from Arjan.
He's taking the pace, so he's mixing up his pace nicely there.
Well, he has a very good arm ball. Sometimes even swings it a little bit as well.
So that's 3 dots in a row. It's putting a bit of pressure on Deepak, but let's see what happens. This is the final ball of the over. It's been a very good over. Well, that's 4 dots. So we had a 3 off the first ball and then 4 dots. Oh, there's a wide, so and then 4 dots. That's a brilliant effort.
Just short.
Who's that field out there? That was
Great effort.
Niels Nivenhuis, the short third man. Haven't seen too many teams employ that tactic, but it's definitely worked for them. They've obviously realised that it's not easy to get the ball between extra cover and point area. It's easier probably using the pace than just playing behind square.
It's actually a thing that I brought in with Arjan when I played for Werfaders. They used to have a deep square for the spinners, and started telling the captain, his captain's name is Tian, started telling them that there's no need for the spinners for the fielders on the offside to be so deep. You can maybe bring them in a little bit closer, especially if it's a good line and length bowler.
Just look at the bowling figures there. Milan Loebscher, only 4.67 and over, and that's consistent with his career stats. So he's definitely going to be a bowler to look out for in this tournament. So Deepak, I know he likes going square of the wicket, leg side, especially the pace off. So this is going to be an interesting play. Does he play conservatively for his 50, or does he take an onus on him to get the run rate up now?
Well, I would suggest maybe look at the bowler first, because they're bowling a spinner to the short boundary, and you never know what he's got. Ooh. Well saved there. Kept it down.
So that was I think he feels like he's missed out there. That was quite a friendly first delivery there from Pulsar.
Oh, for standing a few balls there, should have hit that.
That's a better length from Pulsar.
Got to remember, he's bowling into the wind, so it's not that easy to get your lengths right the first ball.
Interesting phase of the game, yeah. That's hit hard.
Nice little back foot hack shot there.
Yeah, deep back shot is close.
That's probably the most effective shot in LMS.
Yeah,
a lot of players playing that shot.
Yeah, he's a very strong lad, so I think if I'd hit that, it probably would have been just off the square to mid-off. Yeah, that's a good change up from Paulson. This is a good battle, yeah. Very, very interesting phase of the game. Nicholas only 8 for 50. The key that he gets is back in the hat. And I think he knows that the way he's playing, he's playing for his 50. Yeah. I think that's going to be the key, and I think Jose is going to be the one that's going to have to try and up the ante and get the run rate up to 7.5, 8 and over. That's it from me. I'm going to hand over the commentary position to Rob Stevenson in a few minutes, and great chatting to you, John. And
thank you.
Good luck for Dr. Misfits for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Afternoon, John. It's an interesting game shaping up here.
It definitely seems like they're starting to open up here. Going for a much better hack shot off the front foot. You can even see the keeper trying to see if he can't bowl a few overs as well. Looking very eager to come in and bowl a few balls. To me, I would have been bowling the keeper from pulling hookers. Swings the ball nicely. He should be doing a lot of swing work in this Cape Town air. There's always extra swing.
Absolutely. Clear conditions today though, not cloudy like yesterday, so maybe not as much swing in the air today. And that's a great knock there from Deepak Nicholas. Very important. 50 off 31 balls. Leading by example there.
And in LMS, You always get your picture taken after you get your 50. Nice little souvenir that you get to take home after you hit the 50 in a World Champs event. Get to take that photo and maybe put it onto your profile picture.
So well played there, Deepak Nicholas. 77 for 3 now. So with the retirement, the number 6 batsman coming in.
James coming in now. The prof, as they call him.
So now would be the time for the lower order to really let loose. We've got a guy in the sheds. Number 6 just coming in. So big time now for number 6, 7 and 8. Just have a go.
The best, definitely lining them up now, trying to get the runs flowing now. Going to a strike rate close to 7 at the moment. There's a lot of 2s on this field. They just don't seem to be taking a lot of them.
So you need a bit more urgency here. They're coming on to bowl third ball. It is over now. 1 for 20 his figures at the moment.
James going to face his first ball now, taking his mark.
Seemed like a bit of a slower ball there. Spots it down the middle on, nicely off the mark there.
James looked a little bit uncomfortable running there. I wonder if he's got a little hamstring niggle.
I'd say more than little one. He looks like he's really struggling down that non-striker's end. Bit more pace there, just hard to cover for the single.
Mr. Otto definitely trying to get some dip and swing going, yeah?
So John, what do you think would be your par score from here then? 77 for 3, 8.5 overs left, one guy on the sheds.
Well, depending on what the bowlers have in their ranks, they should be looking at close to 165. Maybe even if they go well from here, they should maybe try and get to 170.
Absolutely, especially with a short boundary on the leg side now. They'll be beginning to target that, especially with the spinner on. Quite defensively there though.
Well, we got Boss going at 10 runs for 17 balls here, going a little bit slow.
Got a bit harder at it there. We'll just go down to long off just for the single. Those moves on to 11 off 17 balls. Yeah, now's the time for him to get going. Just less than 40 balls left. 38 balls left now in the innings.
Oh, well, the rest of the team should be having a license now to hit the ball with the 50 in the bank. Maybe you get to see some fireworks.
Not so far. Getting a bit of ginger running down there. Ball comes on for a ball. Just nudge them down to point. Give them for a second, they won't come back for it.
Yeah, I'm going to talk and then I'll let you know.
I don't think James is going to be running a lot of 2s. He looks very uncomfortable.
Ball's just in his second over here, 9 for 10. Last ball in the over.
Looked a lot better there from the batsman.
Down a long off for another single, so not much urgency off that over either. Just a new batsman getting his eye in. Bit of pressure now for opponents to get going. Just 7 overs left to go. 84 for 3 the score.
So Jacques is coming back. Looks like he's going to have another over.
So Jacques Chris coming on to bowl now.
He's already got 2 overs, 14 runs and no wickets.
Shibu James just puts it into the offside, just down the point.
Nice little shot there for one. As we said, doesn't look like they're going to be running a lot of twos. That definitely should have been a two.
Cuts up Bose, goes for that one. It's just gone up in the air though. It's deep square leg. It's through the fielder though. He'll be disappointed with that. Niels out in the deep.
A little bit slow off the get-go there. His feet were a little bit anchored and then started trying to run there. So he'll be very angry with himself trying to catch a ball there. But
Jacques de Cruz showing his disappointment there.
definitely took Boss a while before he could get a boundary there. Eventually coming close to 100 strike rate. Still 17 of 21 balls.
It's a little bit of a quicker one there. They've got it down at fine leg. That should run away for 4. Snowing up a bit, just makes it over there. Takes a bit of the pressure off there. Shibu James moves on to 8 off 5 balls.
Nice little swivel there that he had. Rushed him a little bit and he decided to maybe paddle it down to fine leg.
It's been a good recovery here after the loss of those 3 early wickets. Led by the captain Deepak Nicholas, who retired on 50 off 31 balls. Decent ball outside off stump there.
As a batsman, you always got to remember if the bowler's coming around the wicket, the angle changes and it always seems and feels like it might be a wide, but it's not really. Gets close to the line, but it just doesn't cut it.
So end of the 14th over now, scored 94 for 3, so just 30 deliveries remaining. 5 wickets in hand, including the skipper in the shed.
6 overs left. They should be having a nice little go at the moment.
Tossed up there, he's gone hard at that one. Straight down the ground, that's a beautiful shot there.
Nice little volley there from the bowler. Made it nice and easy for the batsman.
Seems now that cut up post feels like he's got his eye in. And moves on to close to the runner ball. Nudges that to point again for the single to get off strike. 22 of 23 balls now. Pulsar coming on in his 3rd over here.
Well, it just seems to me like that's the type of batting an opening batsman does. Gets the boundary, takes the single.
Goes big there. Should clear deep square leg and does.
The wind picked it up there and gave him a nice little 6.
Short leg side boundary from this end, and they're taking full advantage.
So they just passed the 100 on 105 from 14.3. That's a nice little arm ball there from the bowler.
It's tempting for the 2 fielders there, a bit of interest, but just carried in the wind. They've gone hard again, that's gone out to long on. Will he be able to get around to it? Alright, drop safe. Of course, he'll be a bit disappointed with that. Not a bad ball.
Well, he worked into that ball, he's trying to get the batsman nice and easy to come onto the front foot. Pulled it back a little bit and then turned the volley into a decent ball. That's why he hit it up in the air there. So he was working for that wicket, he just didn't get it there.
So just 5 overs remaining now, so 25 balls. Merva bowling. New over.
Nice little flick shot there, off the legs.
Shibu James starting pretty well here. He's on to 16 off 10 balls. What's that, boys? 22 off 23, but he's started getting going in the last few balls. It's gone a bit up high there. Fielder's got this drop safe again, having a bit of luck here.
They're going to take an extra run here. A few overthrows. No real communication there between the fielders.
Goes hard at it that time, but it's just going to go down the long off for a single.
And you can see the boss getting a little bit aggressive at the moment. He knows there's a few overs left, and he looks like he's trying to get to his 50 quickly after he started really slowly. 25 of 25 from him. He picked it up nicely. Back to 100 strike rate for him.
Shibu James targets the gap there, but you can see he's struggling with the running, so no chance of the two.
Well, these double runs, not taking them, are going to cost them at the end.
And Merva coming on for the last ball of his over.
It's a very good last ball.
That ends the spell for Johan van der Merwe. 4 overs, 1 for 28. Exciting little spell there.
So we'll get the bye there.
Now just 4 overs left, score 112 for 3. Look like they're going to be falling well short of your 165 target here, Shwan.
Yeah, they're bringing Adrian back. I don't know if that's the best choice. Right hand off spinner into the right hander with the short boundary with the wind on their back. I don't think that's a very wise choice, but let's see. This might be interesting.
Engelbrecht comes on for his last over. It's gone out to the offside. Point coming around. Oh, it's gone straight through. He'll be very disappointed with that.
Well, I feel they took a nice little jump there just before.
There we go. Another run given away. Getting a bit sloppy here in the field.
Like I said, no communication here in the field. Boys aren't really talking to each other. It happens if you've got a few players that you don't know.
Engelbrecht puts it wide out there. Gets away with it. Outside off stump. Batsman not too happy.
He'll feel that he should have hit that.
Toss it wide, goes straight, and that is a good shot there.
That's a fantastic straight 6 there.
Plus that post really getting going here now. Moves on to 33 off 28 balls, but he was 12 off 19, so it's really getting going.
Well, it started off very slowly. Like I said, he starts like an opening batsman. Starts really slow and then starts collecting after the 20th ball.
Goes out to points again, that time along the ground. It's another single, 34 off 30 balls now. Engelbrecht with good figures here. This last couple of balls, but it's been a fine spell from him so far.
2 wickets. He really demanded it and he brought the back game in there for pulling hookers.
It's the last ball of Engelbrecht's spell. Again, puts it wide. I want to just go down to long on. So he finishes up with figures 4 overs, 2 for 27. Well bowled by Adrian there. So just 3 overs left to go. Score 122 for 3. 15 balls remaining. They'll be doing well to get even 150 here, which they'll be probably a bit disappointed with given the retirement of Deepak Nicholas in the 11th over.
Well, you never know with the home run rule here. especially with the short boundary and hitting into the wind. That's always in contention. And the batsmen have faced a few balls and they've started opening up, so I feel a lot more comfortable, especially with the spinner bowling to them at the moment. If he puts it short again, he might see it fly over his head.
So Raul Pulser comes on to finish off his spell. Currently figures 3 overs, none for 23. Shibu James having a look at that leg side boundary there. That's exactly where he's gone, out to deep square leg. Just get the single.
Well, James looking very uncomfortable there where he's standing. So he might, like you said, he might have a little hamstring niggle, trying to play through it.
Also goes towards leg side, comes off the pad there, just down a third man for the single.
That was a fantastic ball there by the bowler. He saw him coming down the pitch and he knew how to do something else to keep him away.
Shibu James back on strike now. Just gets the edge there. Just go down third man again, just a single. Balls remaining in the innings now.
They're wet.
The Roaring Lions. Maybe might.
Well, definitely getting in a few good balls in here. And that will fly for a 6. Like I said earlier, if you bowl it too full in this wind, it has to fly. And it even went over the roof.
It's excellent batting now from Pratap Bose. So he's moved on from 12 off 19 balls to be 40 off 33.
Well, he'll be looking to get to his 50 quickly, trying to make his captain proud, and maybe even get his team over the 150 line.
2 overs remaining. Raul Pulse finishes off his spell. 4 overs, none for 31. 131 on the board with 10 deliveries remaining.
So we've got Jar coming back for his last over, trying to see if he can keep them down.
Jacques Dupriest, 3 overs, none for 24 so far. Left arm, he's targeted that. He's gone big there. Shibu James has a confident shot.
It's just a stand and deliver there.
He's been targeting that area ever since he came in. He's on to 26 off 15 balls. So it's a great little knock here by the number 6.
Looking good, going at 7.53 at the moment. And they'll maybe be looking to get a new ball in here. So the umpires are very strict this year regarding time wasting. We had a few teams had a few overs deducted from them for taking their time.
Look at the scorecard there. So the importance of this late partnership here. Off the loss of 3 early wickets, this is a great recovery here by the Roaring Lions from the United Arab Emirates. Suppose just 10 runs away from his 50.
I'll definitely be looking to get it in this over.
Goes hard there, Dupree straight down the ground, long off comes round, fields that well, get it in for the single. Well played out there by Pulser in the deep.
Oh, it'll be out there.
Shibu James, the injured batsman, he wasn't going to be able to turn there. Looks disappointed there, but that was a fine knock there from Shibu James.
I've seen better turns on an MSC boat.
Good fielding there from Pulser, and then good awareness from the bowler. Jacques Dupriest there affecting the run out. 27 off 16 balls for Shibu James. Number 7 batsman will be coming in now.
So you've got Rakesh coming in now.
Rakesh Kumar coming in.
Rocky, as they call him. Maybe he likes boxing. Let's hope not. This is a social game.
Big man, looks like he could be a boxer.
Well, boxers can hit the ball hard as well.
Full toss there, first up.
They'll be looking for 2 here.
They'll definitely be coming back for the second. There's a bit of a misfield. So Rakesh Kumar gets off the mark with a 2 out to wide on off there. Tries to hit the leg side, just a leg by there. Oh, it's supposed to run out. They'll be fully aware that they've got the captain ready to come back in though, so they'll be trying to squeeze out every extra run that they can at the moment.
So this is the last over. I'm really hoping to see a little home run here. I'd like to see a nice little chase going.
So Malan Laubscher comes on to bowl. He's got great figures so far. 3 overs, none for 14. So let's see if he can finish off this fine spell in appropriate fashion. 5 balls remaining.
So Milan has been really economical. Only went for 14 off his 3 overs. So they'll be hoping they have to keep him down to less than 150.
Full ball there from Laubscher. Excellent bowling. Good work there by the keeper as well, but may not be too disappointed at that.
So will that go down as a stumping or a run out?
I think it has to go down as a run out. He started going for the run there.
But isn't the rule that if he tries to make an attempt to come back after he's went forward?
Well, I'm a keeper, so I'd always encourage that to be a stumping rather than a run out. But as Rakesh Kumar gone just with it on his just for 3 balls there, but when you know that you've got your skipper in the shed, retired on 50.
So definitely went down as a run out. So the umpire is definitely agreeing with you there.
Since the offside there, they're going to try and come back for 2. No, they won't. Pratat Bowes sending back the non-strike. He obviously backs himself here for the last 3 balls. Definitely got his eye in. So can't imagine we'll be seeing a single here. Goes hard there, but it does go to long off. So
I'll be looking for 2 here.
Coming back. There's good running there, but they've gone to the keeper's end. Oh, excellent fielding there.
It's a great take there by the keeper.
Right over the stumps. Good fielding here at the death from pulling Eggers after a few loose overs in the field. So we will see the return of Deepak Nicholas just for the final 2 balls.
Well, at least he'll be having the strike there on the last 2 balls.
It's good work by the keeper. Excellent throw in. Just the left of the stumps. Made it easy for the keeper. So Deepak Nicholas comes back in, the opening batsman who survived early pressure to score 50 off 31 balls. We'll have 2 balls here just to try to help his team get up to about 155 he'll be hoping for.
There's a lot of communication errors going on out there with the fielding and the batting side.
Pressure of these big games. The 2 balls left here from Malan Laubscher. It's been an excellent spell from him so far. Hasn't given the batsman anything so far, and we've seen 2 wickets in 3 balls so far this over. Deepak Nicholas goes hard first up, and that's through mid-wicket. So right back in.
Fantastic shot there.
54 of 32 balls now for Nicholas.
Nice little crowd shouting here.
Last ball goes up, where's that going? It's on the ground there though, it's a long one. They'll try and come back for two. Goes
for the two.
Down to the keeper's end, comes back for two. Deepak Nicholas finishes on 56 off 33 balls. A fantastic innings there. Final score 150 for 6 there for the Roaring Lions from United Arab Emirates.
The captain getting him just over the line there for the 150.
Joanna, you'd be a bit disappointed with that score of 150, would you? Especially given the short boundary.
I would, especially with the 50 in the bank there. And Mr. Boss going there, I think he could have gone a little bit faster there in the beginning. Could have gone in more confident. He looked like a pretty good batsman.
He really got going well there, Prasad boys. So as we see Nicholas coming off with a beautiful Western Province Cricket Club in the background. As you can see from the scorecard here, early pressure there. 3 early wickets, losing Hashim, Kartik and Ricky Khosla just for 4, 8 and 2. There's a lot of pressure on Deepak Nicholas, but he held it together there well with Prasad Bose. He started slowly, but it was a very important innings from him in the end to help recover the situation and be able to post a competitive score.
So there you can look at all the stats there for all the bowlers. Milan having a really good game, 1 wicket at an economy of 5.5. Only 22 runs off his 4 overs. That's fantastic. You couldn't have asked for anything better than that on a strip like this, which is made for batting.
It's a good all-round effort there from the bowlers. Jacques Dupree's 4 overs, none for 34. Most expensive, but that's still pretty decent figures. Given the short leg side boundary on one side of the field today.
And Adrian looking like the best bowler there with 2 wickets, maybe going a little bit more expensive than Milan, but definitely taking 2 crucial wickets there.
It's going to be a very competitive game, this one, 150 for 6. Maybe just slightly under par, but with these pressure games, the World Championships, the pressure is really on the local South African side here in their run chase.
Oh, there's lots of money to win in this tournament, especially to the South Africans. $10,000 is a lot of money.
$10,000, so almost 100,000 rand there up for grabs for the winners.
It's about 140,000 rand.
140,000 rand. So what can you do here in South Africa with 140,000 rand on the line?
You start buying your next tickets for the next World Champs.
Probably about the amount of money you spend playing Last Man Stands a year, so I hear that. 230 games this year, isn't it?
Well, every game I play now, I break the record again. I'm standing on 241 at the moment for this year. Broke my own record, which was 239. I also broke it here in Cape Town last year. I actually played for the American team here, Westfield and the Colombian Moose. It's a bunch of fantastic oaks.
It's great to have some Americans over here playing cricket. It really shows the global nature of Last Man Stands. It's now being played in 19 countries globally, so it's really fantastic new way to play cricket. So you'll be eyeing up Clint de Bruyn's games record, I'd assume, in the next couple of years.
Yeah, no, I spoke to Clint yesterday, and Clint sounded very keen to maybe push in a few more years, because there was talks of him maybe stopping to play after World Champs, but seems like he decided that he wanted to stay and maybe play a little bit more. That old man can still play.
Still a fine player, that's true. Thank you very much for joining us for the first innings of this match between Roaring Lions from United Arab Emirates and Pulling Hookers from South Africa. We'll be back shortly for the resumption of the second innings.
Ek het geweet, toe jy dit nou sê, toe weet ek. Ek weet nie hoe nie, maar ek het dit.
Around a tournament with you running around or
my wife said you never go to another event and then the tournament talk.
but you don't get to see it's frustrating because no time.
Welcome back to Cape Town. The second innings of this game between the Roaring Lions and the Pulling Hookers. Joined again in the commentary box with Juan. How are you, buddy?
Well, and yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Lovely day today. Not quite as hot as it was yesterday. Not quite as windy. So the Roaring Lions obviously batted first. They got 150 for 6 after their 20 overs. That's probably not a bad score, you would think. You'd be happy with that, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't be happy with 150 on this strip. They should have been getting about 15 or 20 runs more.
Bit short, maybe. So off the mark straight away. Pushes it out for a single, looking for 2, but there's no chance for a second there.
Nice little ball first up there by Mr. Boss. Seems like He's just as good with the ball as what he is with the bat. Loadshed going to face a ball now.
I'll be looking for two here, I think. It's good running, good cricket.
Bowler tucking up the batter a little bit there on the hips, and the batter just guiding that down to third man.
Yeah, just open the face of the bat there. Bit of a shout out, we've got a few viewers back home in Australia. It's getting quite late, back must be near midnight I think. But we've got Dane the Statsman Rosowski tuning in from Last Man Stand Sunshine Coast.
You must have had a few mates wanting to come down to South Africa with you.
Yeah, definitely. It's really good to be here. Wonderful part of the world. So this is Milan Lobsh's. He's had 4 innings. He's averaging 60. Best is 55, 350. So pretty much he gets a 50 every time he goes to the crease.
And strike rate looking very healthy there at a 183.
Yeah, it's good. It's good hitting.
And Mr. Paul's at a strike rate of 150.
He's getting a bit of movement through the air there. Nice bit of in swing.
Always swing in Cape Town, like I said. Even the spin bowlers swing it.
That's right, yeah.
The air's nice and thick here, so with the ball, with this pink ball, there's always tentative swing to come with the ball. So you always got to expect with the seam up that it's going to swing.
Good. So that's the end of the first over. 6 wickets, 6 runs. No wickets as yet. So he's coming on to bowl here.
Rakesh, Rocky. Mr. Rocky is going to take on his first ball here.
Pushes that down for a single. They're looking for 2, but fielder covers the ground quite well. That's the one.
Would you have been putting a fielder on the third man boundary there with a hamstring injury? Looking a little bit slow there in the outfield?
Yeah, he's looking a bit slow, but it's hard to hide anyone really. But
if you look behind the keeper, there's a fielder almost standing straight behind him.
yeah, I'm not sure what the story is there. It's an unusual position.
And they're moving him away from there now, telling him to move away, way too straight. And that's why probably he wanted him to move away, because he just slapped that off his hips into the square boundary.
4. That's a good shot. Didn't try and hit it too hard, just helped it around the corner.
Very smart shot there off the batter there. He knew the fielder was standing very straight behind the keeper and decided to maybe play it around his body and past everyone else, because there was a huge gap.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what that man is doing down there.
Telling him to move again. He took 3 steps and he stood still.
Needs to move much straighter.
The pitch is not that quick, so I wouldn't know why they'd be fielding with a fielder that fine. Pitch is coming through, but it's not coming through that quickly.
No. The last ball of the over here.
Nice little front foot cover drive there.
So that's the end of the second over. Takes the score to none for 14. Batsman looking quite comfortable out there. They're not really troubled by anything.
Well, they're going at 7 an over at the moment. I don't think they're really stressed there right now. Only faced 2 overs, no wickets down. And you've got 2 big strikers in there.
Yeah. Pulse is on 9 of 7. Love's 5 of 4. The bowler coming on.
So Boss is going to be bowling another over. Nice little bounce into
Just jammed him up a bit there.
his hand there, feeling it. Maybe even going to rub it a little bit later. Definitely going to feel it in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a wide down leg side. 1 run to the batsman. I'll have to re-bowl that.
Strange how some bowlers tend to bowl a fantastic ball the one time and the next ball that they bowl goes down leg or goes a little bit wide off the offside.
I think he just messed his rhythm up there a bit.
Much better ball there, but it's not going to go.
Driven straight back down the ground. That's 4 runs. That's a good shot. Well played.
Trying to get in the Yorker there, but he just bowled it a little bit full.
Yeah, just over-pitched it there. Full toss in the end.
Nice little in-swinger at the end, but the batter saw it early enough to adjust.
Pulls it off his hip again. Good fielding. Just the one.
These square legs quick enough to get to those balls.
He's far too fine for my liking. I wouldn't have him there.
I'd have him a little bit of a 45 angle because that looks a little bit too tight for me. See the bowler playing a leaf shot on that catch.
So they're just rotating the strike well here. The score's none for 22. 1 ball left in this over. It's another single down to mid-on.
Nice little aggressive slap hack there. Just didn't get it off.
No,
Tempting to hit into the wind, I wouldn't be playing shots like that.
no, the timing was a bit out there.
With the pace that the Lions are offering, they should be using the pace, help it towards the boundary, especially on the leg side. Huge gap. Bowling a little bit short for my liking with gaps like these.
Yeah, really got to pitch it up there. Give it every opportunity to swing. That's a good shot. That could be 4. The fielder's coming around. He'll pick it up. Can't prevent the second though.
A much better ball there from the bowler, going a little bit fuller and straighter. And that's the way you should be bowling if the batsman's hitting into the wind.
Definitely.
Oh, nice little cut shot there.
That's a good shot, and that's 4 more. Again, just dropping it a bit too short, a bit wide. I think early on, just looking at 150 might not be enough here.
No, like I said earlier, they would have been happy to chase 180. They've got a very strong batting lineup.
Over pitched again. So that's 4 more.
And that'll go for 4 again. Well, you've got 2 very confident batters in there, attacking the ball nicely, maybe trying to go for the bonus point.
Yeah, this has been quite an expensive over now.
If it was me, if I was the captain of this team, I'd probably bring in the spinner, trying to get them to hit up and into the wind.
He's belted that straight back over his head. That's 4 more. I think we'll be seeing a bowling change after this.
Captain must be thinking at this moment, what is he going to throw at these batters? Because they've been slapping the bowlers around all over the place.
Pushes that into the gap. They're going to look for 2, but no, the fielder's done very well there.
They've got to come into a tournament like this knowing that you've got a game plan for every single bowler that you have. I don't think, it doesn't look like the field's changing much after every over with the bowlers that they're bowling. So it doesn't seem like they really know where to place the fielders. Maybe work a little bit on that more.
Looks like we've got a change of bowler now. Look at the last we see of Rocky for a while. Score is none for 38 after 4 overs. Travelling along at the tick over 9 and over. It's a good start here for the pulling hookers.
Well, like I said earlier, I would have brought the spin in, and that's exactly what they did.
That's good.
They're just waiting to get a little bit of scuff on the ball, get the ball a little bit older. I saw him bowl earlier. It looked like a little leg spinner coming right over his head.
Yeah. See what he can do. A bit of turn here. That's what we're going to have to work a bit harder to the pace. Just adjusting his field where he wants them. Oh, that's very wide. Not the best start.
That's the type of bowling you need to see in a tournament. Getting in the leg spinner, getting the batsman to try and attack the leg spin.
A bit wide and he slapped it through the covers. Just the single though. So I think this bowler will be trying to drift it back into the pads using the breeze and get a bit of turn. Too wide again. He is getting a bit of turn there, but he's got to start it much straighter than that. That's the second wide of the overs, that's worth 3 runs.
You always have that little sighter first up, but the second one, it's going to cost you.
Safely.
Got away with a little shot there. Looks like the team actually started with a power play. 4 fielders on the offside there,
Yep.
and 2 on the leg side.
That's the end of the first over by Nicholas. Takes the score to none for 44 after 5 overs. So a very good start here. Pulser's on 33. Labshire hasn't had a lot of strike. He's on 11.
Paulson maybe stealing a little bit of strike there from Milan.
Definitely.
So you got a new bowler in here.
On like another spinner.
Ricky. The keeper standing deep. I don't think he's bowling spin. Might be a little bit quicker than we think.
A bit quicker, yeah. Just coming off a couple of steps.
Very short run up. Looks like another leg spinner.
It's an easy two square leg. A lot of bounce there.
Definitely going for 2 here.
Going for two, that's good running. Good running, just keeping the scoreboard ticking over here.
Some good communication going down in the middle there.
Yeah, they're doing it quite comfortably, these two batsmen. They really need to get a wicket here. Find it there. Out of luck, he's pulled that away. Just a single.
Some good coverage there from the fielder there. A Rocky. Trying to see if he can make up for his bowling.
Oh, he's hit the square leg umpire.
That'll be a dead ball.
Certainly not the way to gain favours with the umpires.
So that ball will be re-bowled. And I think Paulson can be very lucky that the square leg umpire is not the main umpire at the moment, because he probably would have stuck him for LBW.
That's four, that's a good shot. Rocks back. Balls it through mid wicket for four.
So Paulson going off, going here for 37 off 21.
It brings up the 50 for the pulling hookers. 53. No loss of no wickets after 6 overs. So they're only leading less than 100 now to win. And I think if they don't get a wicket soon, it could be all over. Put the leg spinner back on. See if we can get his line right this time. A bit wide and a bit short last over.
So this must be very confusing to the batsmen. You've got 2 leg spinners going in there. Keeper standing up for the one and standing deep for the other. Nice little cut shot there.
Oh, we're starting a little bit quicker and the batsman saw it early. Cuts it away for 4.
And that takes Paulson to 41 of 22 balls.
It's a good shot there.
Well, pulling hookers are definitely not holding back. They're trying to finish this off as soon as possible, knowing that the net run rate eventually in the tournament will make a lot of difference. Looking for 2.
They're coming back, running one on the throw. That's good running.
Great running there.
Clever cricket.
Lanky little throw there from the outfielder. Maybe not attacking the ball as hard as they should be.
No, these two are looking very comfortable, doing it with ease. Getting close to his 50 now. Is on 43. That's a better delivery. That's the line you want to be going for.
It's always difficult for a leg spinner not really having full control of what they need to be doing.
Yeah. Very tricky form of bowling, that's for sure. Tosses that up, sweeps it around straight to the fielder though, so just the single. And that'll be the end of the over. 7 overs gone, scores none for 60. Pulse doing the lion's share here, he's on 44. Oh, 61, sorry. He's on 44, and of course, once he gets to 50, he'll be retiring. Unless he gets out before then, but it doesn't look like he haven't really made an error yet. Pushes it back past the bowler for a single.
Bowler getting some swing there.
That's down the wicket. Good use of the feet there. Squirts it out for a single.
Lions looking very laxy in the field at the moment, looking tired.
There's not a lot of roaring from the Lions, is there? They call the roaring Lions, which is a bit quiet. Huddles it back over his head. I think they'll come back for the second. Yeah, that's good running.
It's a shot you don't really see that often in LMS. Nice little lap shot there. Could have gotten better bat on it, but who am I to judge? I'm not the one standing in the middle.
That's a good shot. It's not going to feel I might cut it off. Yep. Good use of the feet there.
You're going to be going for 3.
Coming back to the third. One of the longer boundaries.
And Paulson's got his 50. Very good 50 there from Paulson.
That's well batted.
50 off 28 balls.
Well batted. Didn't do anything rash. Just worked it around. Hit a 4 when he was able to.
So you got number 69, Niels, walking in at the moment.
Pulse will be happy with himself there. He's done very well. Retired 50 off 28. Strike rate of 178. And that's got the pulling hookers off to a very good start. We'll see if this has any effect on the flow of runs. Often you see the new batsman comes to the crease, it just takes him a little bit to get involved in the game. Looks like that'll be the end of the over. This takes the score along to none for 68 after 8 overs.
Going at a very good run rate here.
Yeah, certainly closing in on this gap, this target.
Well, after the game, I'm pretty sure the captain of Pulling Hookers is going to be very angry with himself that he didn't bat first.
Yeah, so Kumar definitely getting punished. 2 overs, none for 23. Everyone's going for 7 or 8 and over, so it's just not really good enough at this stage. See if we can get the spin happening again. Let's that go through to the keeper. It's the new batsman Neil's on strike. No, it's not.
It's still Mr. Milan.
Snuck that out towards a point for a single.
So Milan Loubser has a surname for a name. What is that called again? If you have a surname for a name?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Milan also a very well known surname in South Africa.
Is it?
Yes. Very lazy fielder there from the bowler.
Got to work harder in the field here. Another single. Oh, yes, he's given him. It's out. It's well bowled, so we've got the breakthrough.
Looked like he pitched it outside off there.
Yeah, we'll just have a look at the replay in a minute and see what's happened here. Wow. Oh no, it's turned back. I think, yeah, that's a good decision, I think, in the end.
Nice and deep in the crease, putting the ball onto his back foot.
Yeah. That's Niels Nieuwenhuis out for 1. Didn't really trouble the scorers too much.
Well, Niels only played 4 games in LMS, got a total of 22 runs.
Sharks the new batsman.
Jacques Dupree batting next. Nice little dab down there to third man.
Yeah, it's always good to get off the mark, isn't it?
Always the best shot to play as you come to the crease.
Jacques Dupree's the new batsman. He's played 67 games of LMS. It's an average of nearly 50. Strike rate of 140. 14 50s. So he'll be looking to add to that total today.
Got a batting rank of 5685. Very good ball there from the bowler.
Yeah, it's quite an unusual action here.
Almost like
Whipping.
almost like a Paul Adams type of a
Yeah.
bowler.
Definitely.
Trying to see if he can't get some movement off the pitch there.
Might slip into the gap. Bowler fields is.
Must be very off-putting facing a bowler like that.
I think so. You wouldn't face too many like that, would you?
Well, I haven't.
Very unusual action.
Well, the main thing about facing a bowler that looks very unorthodox and bowls funny most of the time. Always better to know that always got to look at the ball and not at the bowler. You're trying to face a bowler like that.
Just missing the line there. That's a wide.
Also must be hard for him because he's not really looking at where the ball's going.
No. Better ball. Again, the bowler fielding it himself. So the run rate has just slowed up just slightly. Halfway to the score though. 1 for 75. 1 ball left in the over, and the 10th over. And of course, we'll change ends, and I'll be hitting with the wind then. So.
There's a good strike rate for hitting the ball into the wind. They're going to be turning now to make it a lot easier to hit the ball.
Yeah, much better conditions. Batting we've seen over the last couple of days, as soon as the side turns around, the runs tend to flow a lot easier.
So what would you do to your team if you know you're batting with a strong wind on one side and with the wind on the other side? You be sending in your accumulating batters in first, maybe to try and see which side they're going to start from.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. You'd want your bigger hitters coming in the latter part of the innings. You want your guys who can just nudge it around, rotate the strike of the ones and the twos in those first 10 overs. 76 in the first 10. That's a good. That's a very good start. And he lost 1 wicket.
Just turn in, they're going to be hitting with the wind now, so it's going to be a lot easier for them to finish off the game. They might even be looking to finish it off within the next 6 overs to get the bonus point.
Yeah, I think so. So Milan Lubsha's not out 24 of 22. Jacques Dupree's at 1. That was a very good tidy first over from Pierce. Just the 4 runs coming off it. Pick the bowlers so far.
Yeah, he should be bowling through the game if I have to look at it.
I think so.
Very quick for the type of bowler that he is. Batsman looking very uncomfortable there on that shot. Maybe coming up a little bit more into him than what he thought.
Opened him up a bit for room there. Bowler just wants his long off back on the rope. He's obviously expecting these guys to open the shoulders a bit, I think.
Still struggling with the field placings here.
That's a good shot, that's 4 runs.
That's such a pity because the keeper asked him to go and stand there and he only took a few steps and then stood still again.
That's right, yeah. Got onto that early. That's a good shot.
It doesn't seem like anyone's really taking charge. Well, he's standing where he's supposed to be standing right now.
Yeah, so field it. It's another single. So they're not wasting any balls at all here, are they?
Oh, they won't. They're definitely looking to finish off the game as soon as possible. Knowing that bonus points are always crucial when you play in a tournament like this,
Right,
especially if you know if you're playing for $10,000. They're going to try and go for 2 here.
Yeah, they'll do it comfortably.
Field's reacting a little bit slowly out here.
Yeah, I think they just don't quite have their field placings right here.
Definitely struggling, yeah. Fielders keep moving around. Not really getting placements, not knowing what the bowler's going to bowl. Keeper not really helping them. Nice shot.
That's a good shot. That's a big 6.
Oh, they're going to be fetching that in a sea.
That's gone a long way.
I was heading towards the 7 stadium.
Yeah. It's the first 6 of the innings. And that was a good one. So if that's a sign of things to come, I think you're right. It could be all over very quickly. Launches it.
Oh, always bowling into the wind's not that easy.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to be a very special bowler to bowl a good line and length when you bowl into the wind. And it's even easier to hit the ball,
That's right.
because all you have to do is pick it up and the wind will take it right over the boundary.
Yep.
Bowler having a nice little discussion there with his fielders. That's a brilliant shot there from the batsman. The fielder was out of placement there. Pulled it around his body and took it to the boundary.
This has been quite a big over here from the pulling hookers.
That's smart thinking there by the batsman. After he hit the boundary, just taking the single, rotating the strike. Three balls left in this over. Appeal there, and the umpire doesn't seem interested in all at all to that.
Keeper was convinced there's an edge, but as keepers often are.
Well, even if there were an edge, I don't think with this wind that you can hear a lot out there.
No, definitely not.
If there was a deviation, he definitely would have called it. Take the single there, a little Chinese cut.
Takes the score along to 95 for one. A couple of balls left in this over.
Last ball.
That's just an easy single to finish off the over. 1 for 96. So I think one, you'll be leaving us now.
Yes.
And we've got former South African Test batsman Neil Mackenzie coming into the commentary box. Score is 1 for 97 after 12 overs. De Vries is on 11. Labsher just ticking along, 34 off 27. And here's Neil Mackenzie. Welcome, Neil.
Hey Jay, thanks for having me.
Yeah, very good. Good to see you again.
I see Cape Town has got us weather out here for you boys.
Oh, it's really turning it on.
A little bit of wind, which makes it quite interesting with the strategies of the game, hitting with the wind, keeping the ball nice and low into the wind.
That's right, yep. Seen in the second 10 overs when they change and start hitting with the wind, the score really starts ticking along quite quickly. We've seen one massive 6.
Now I think you look at the dimensions of the field as well, it's quite short the far side, so you really are chipping it
Yeah,
to the
definitely.
short boundary with the wind going across you a bit.
Of course, one of the favourite LMS shots is the big heave over cow corner, so it's favourite shot from the batsman.
Don't think not only this league either.
That's right.
I think the pulling hookers just in front at this stage, one down. 53 to win off the next 8.
Yeah, they seem to be doing it quite easily, to be honest. Not really troubled by the bowling. And he's just launched another big 6. That's a good shot.
Great shot. And that's that cow corner shot you're talking about.
That's right.
Can't give the batter's arms. You either got to bowl it tight into his legs or bowl it really, really wide. He has to hit it to the offside. Yeah.
That's right. Favoured shot by LMS batsman the world over. That's quite a big shot. That's good.
It'll be lacking rain in Cape Town, but it's definitely raining 6s here.
Absolutely. That brings up the 100 for the pulling hookers. Oh, bit of an edge there, top edge. Flies over the keeper's hat. They're going to get 2 for that.
I'm not too sure how to describe that shot. I think agricultural. That's what they put it down to.
Yeah. So I'll be leaving now, Neil, and you'll be joined by Charles. Okay, thanks, Neil.
Cheers, AJ. Wafted over to the offside there. Another one.
Hi Neil,
Welcome, Shoal.
Hi Neil, welcome to the Windy City. Well, it's not PE, but it's windy Cape Town.
It has been windy. No rain, nice and hot.
The only thing I could say is yesterday was raining sixes when you were batting.
I always like a short boundary and some wind, so definitely that side.
Yeah.
And yourself, it looked like you lost nothing yesterday. Some good skills.
Yeah, into the wicket. The wicket's always a variation. I always say that to the guys. Although it was tough into the wind, it was a close game yesterday. I think our boys from Langa did well. We got close. Today I got dropped. They said, Langas, you have a break today. You're not playing.
How'd you take it? Never nice to get dropped. How did you take it?
Yeah, it's one of those things. I used to get Corey from Cell walking over to me, Langas, tapping me on the shoulder, you're not playing today. Probably the worst feeling in the world.
Just knocked out to back at point for one. Interesting action. How would you describe this? Front on? Mixed action?
Mixed into the wicket.
And there's our big game later on for the Gary Kirsten Foundation.
Yeah.
I'm hoping you look after me. Oh, it's a great shot.
Great shot. Gary Kirsten is doing well for the Youth Foundation. I think he's done well, especially with the boys in Langa. He's around Cape Town as well. His foundation great, and I think it's for good cause with doing this. Obviously into your pad of trying to eat that bad knee of yours.
Another good shot to extra cover, and I don't think cover bound. No, 4 runs.
Quick outfield to Western Province Cricket Club. Hardly any rain, so lightning quick, especially eating with the wind.
And that's just the strategy we're talking about now from the pulling hookers. Just wind going across him, keeping it on the ground, good shots. So even when there's the slogs on and you're looking to push the run rate in, some good cricket shots will do as well.
Yeah, that's the norm. I think sometimes guys try and go for the big shot, but
Nielsen Ivanais, he's retired on 51. Knew he's on 47, struck a beautiful cover drive for 4, and he retires on 51 well batted. He's got the pulling hookers really close, and barring tragedy, I think they've got this one in the bag.
yeah, I think it's a great concept. I think it's the first year I've played in this competition. There's a few twists and turns always in this game, but I think the pulling hookers got discovered. But yesterday I found it like extra balls and wides, extra as well.
Yeah, I bowled my allocated 4 overs yesterday. It's the first time since primary school. I think the last time I bowled my allocated overs I was 13. Jan van der Merwe walks to the wicket. That's his stats. Pretty handy.
Just agricultural shot to our corner underground, as you said.
We'll call that a short arm jab.
Yeah, it's probably one of my favourite shots. Yesterday I got one in the middle. Just the one there down to long off. Ideally they would like the Langeveld over now, I think, put some pressure on the opposition. Yeah, it's a bit difficult with this old reverse swing.
End of the over. Happy hookers going, the pulling hookers going along really nicely. 32 to win.
Hopefully the visitors can get a few in now. The UAE team all the way from Dubai, visiting sunny Cape Town.
It's always nice to have a left-right hand combination out there. One can hit with the wind, other one can rotate, and then obviously when they change it up.
Well bowled.
So he gave himself room to try and go through that short side with the wind.
Good speed by the fielder and the outfield, so cut it down to 1. Posey pass, bowling into the wicket, dot ball.
And also quite wide, forcing him to try and go through that offside. Some good strategies.
Well bowled again, straight down to long. I feel that on the bounce. It's cruising along now, the pulling hookers. We need wickets now, we need wickets from Bose.
So we're going to miss half an appeal. I think more out of a little bit of desperation than anything else. Taking a chance, umpires are there to umpire. Quite like the bowling from one side 10 overs and then changing and bowling another 10. You don't have to keep running from point to point.
It speeds up the game a bit, and it's also a bit tactical as well.
He's pierced the gap there beautifully. Hit it straight between long on and mid wicket, deep mid wicket. With 2 bounce 4, great shot. More of a line drive than going for the maximum. Saw a few shots yesterday hitting to this left side, away from the mountain. I think when you're going towards the mountain, the wind's obviously pushing at that side. Away from the mountain there, the wind's holding it up. Saw some good catches in the wind and some really poor opportunities missed. I think never easy. I think even in the professional games, when the half-out players come to the coast and there's a bit of wind around here in Cape Town and Port Elizabeth, it takes a bit of getting used to settling yourself. A lot of broken fingers, dislocating fingers.
Yeah, I could say that when we go to the iPhone as well, I've seen the guys overcooked, run past the ball, rolling over his head, ball dust travel in the iPhone.
It's a good change here. Little leg spinner. Ball going away from the right-hander. I think if you bowl the off-spinner from that side, you're in a bit of trouble. So good tactics here by the men from UAE.
Deepak, he looks like he's got good control, lands the ball, good action. Wow, great shot.
Great shot. This time using his feet, getting to the pitch of the ball and hitting a magnificent cricket shot straight back over his head. That's another maximum.
Looks like a strong boy, Otto, eh?
Yeah, I think he's originally from Johannesburg, or the Northwest Province, and moved up to Cape Town. Like so many others, hard not to move to Cape Town with
it's typical, yeah. There's a few of the national team guys staying over here in Cape Town. Bowled, umpire, not out. Yeah, no, a lot of guys have moved to Cape Town. The only problem we got now is with the water. There's hardly any water around, so I don't know how long we're going to stay here because I was up in another dot ball, well ball by the back into his legs, no room. Yeah, a lot of guys moved here, and just for the weather, I think the mountains, laid back lifestyle. I was in Pretoria and it rained for a whole week.
Yeah.
Ball, batted back, appeal again, umpire not out.
It looked like just straighten. There'll be an end of the over, barring the 6. It was a good over.
4 overs, 19 to win. Should be a double in the park.
This one's all the way in, but we know a bit of pressure, a couple of dot balls. It's only a skied catch. New batsman to the crease.
Yeah, we've all been there. We've played with South Africa. We've gone to South Africa as well.
This is the pulling hooker scorecard at this stage. Always good when your 2 openers retire on 50, 28 balls and 32 balls respectively, so a great start. And the Roaring Lions been behind the 8 ball the whole game. It's a big swing and a miss, could be a chance to run out, and he makes it home. Slug sweep.
Yeah, that's the way forward on this wicket. Low bounce. It is a bit uneven, but I think if the guy is bowling a fuller pace, I think it's hit into with the wind. It's a short boundary, smaller boundary to the leg side.
Oh, he's got him.
Got it, well bowled.
Back of a length ball hitting 3/4 of the way up the stumps. Variation in the wicket.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I always say. It sounds like a broken record, but that's the way forward. International cricket works for guys that play at a higher level.
Just as we said, they need ones to win. Bonus point, I think, had been finished already, so a little bit unnecessary shot. But you're playing under the mountain in a relaxed, nice and enjoyable tournament. Why not?
Oh, a big game this afternoon. Langerveld versus Mackenzie. What's your game plan? You're going to bat first, bowl first, going to defend, chase it down?
I'll let you win the toss and see what happens there, Langas. I think your side's full of bowlers, I'm hearing. So, yeah, we'll keep our tactics quite close to my chest at this stage. I'm hoping not to face you. I'm hoping you get your overs down up front. I think you're a little bit more scared to face me. Adrian Engelbrecht into bat now. Another lefty. And just a gentle flick off his legs. Good way to start 4 runs. Going for the Yorker, just getting it over pitched. I like their mix. I like, especially in these conditions, having the left and right hand combinations out there. And they've mixed them up quite well. The pulling hookers. Right, left, right, left.
Bowled again. Bowled. Bowler stops it for 1. At this stage, I think we need wickets in Mackenzie. I think back with the length, bit away forward. I think the York is a lot easier to play if you miss your mark.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a long slug sweep from a wide ball. Bottom edge, squeezes down a third man for 1. I think Boss has bowled a good over here. It's the end of the over now. Pulling hookers need 12 or 3.
Is he bowling into the wind this afternoon, or is he just going with the wind again? Easy option.
I think a good thing about being the captain is you can definitely bowl into the wind and make sure the right-handers hit you into the wind. Woke up a little stiff this morning after my game yesterday with Alexandra Cricket Club. some really talent, and I think that's the showcase there is just the talent on show. I mean, you had your Lunga guys, I was with the Alex guys. Just shows you the South African talent, and just shows you what a guy like Gary and his foundation's up to, and the opportunities they're presenting. And you know, I think Last Man's done a great service to get those teams in here, sponsoring them out, getting them here and playing and competing. And I think the whole tournament has really embraced the two township sides, and they've really fitted in, you know, and there's a lot of hunger in both sides. You were telling me when they lost yesterday, there was a bit of hurt, and our guys I watched them this morning. They unfortunately lost in the 18th over, but there was a lot of good positive stuff coming out of it.
I think that, spot on, Mackenzie. I played with my boys, and the enthusiasm they showed on the field, as I said, after the game they hurt, and that's always a good sign. When you do lose, it does hurt as well.
Jawala just back of a length to the left-hander. A bit of a cut, late cut. Got cover there, so just the one. One-handed pickup's going to be tight, good fielding. Just in. As Paul Adams moved to the UAE, is he bowling seam? This looks like Jujuwala looks like Paul Adams. Same, I think he's model his action on Paul Adams, but with a slightly longer run-up and a bit quicker through the air.
Well bowled, good arm speed. I think Paul had a bit more look. His best ball was probably in full toss. He said, "Bangers, I worked hard in the nest to get full toss, both and bowl." He said, "Well done, mate. I'm still trying to get it low full toss straight back to me as an effort." But Paul was brilliant in that.
All right, 9 off 2. Now the pulling hooker's going to have a little pressure put on them. Always say, if you're chasing a ball at the back end, you've got to look after the first 3 balls. Put the other team under pressure, and they'll make a mistake, and then you'll get the boundary ball. Too often the guys try and finish the game off quite early. You try that big shot, lose your wicket, or play and miss, lose a wicket, the new batter comes in. Inevitably he plays and misses, and then you're looking for 4 for the last ball. So just level head, good calm head. Take the pressure off your batting. Make sure you hit bats on ball, rotate. And in this size field, there's a lot of 2s. I see the Roaring Lions have brought some of the fielders in as well, especially on the offside. A couple of the guys have come off 10, 15 off, trying to stop those 2s.
Yeah, and it's vice versa with the bowling. You try and put the pressure on, try and get a few dot balls, maybe bowl a few wider delivers, try and get it. Most of the guys are looking for their shorter boundary, trying to hit the leg side. Jen told me it could be.
That's 4 or 6. A little bit lucky there, hit it with the wind. Mid-on was coming across there, just couldn't get it. That's the shot I see. You give it a little wicket there, all of a sudden you're needing sort of still a runner ball with a new batter in.
So unlucky, I think bowlers taking a lot of pace off the ball and just throwing it up.
Very slow, but sort of slightly back of a length, forcing him to try and hit that leg side. It just sits in the wicket. Your timing's just not there. And another lucky little shot. I think he was trying to finish the game off there and then could have lost his wicket. I think that's it. Finish it in style. Great shot.
Well done.
Straight over long on. The pulling hookers win with 7 or 8 balls to spare and a well calculated run chase set up by the opening batters.
Yeah, well played. I think puts them in good stead. Good win for them. Wonderful, great shot.
Good extension of the arms.
Yeah, now for the big game, Steve McKenzie.
I think they have to get us off commentary quite quickly here. We got to go stretch. It takes a lot longer to stretch these days than when we're in our 20s and 30s. But looking forward to it. Langas?
Yeah, no, definitely. I woke up this morning and said, felt stiff. I said, back in the day, Henry Williams used to throw a lot of salt in my bars. He said, Langas, when you wake up in the morning, to throw some salt. And never I knew he took a lot of cattle planes. And it took me 4 years to realize. I always thought, yes, Henry Williams is a lot older than him.
Yeah.
And when he wakes up, he's like a spring chicken. It takes me about 3-4 hours to get warmed up, get through my routine. Yeah, so.
And there we have it, the pulling hookers. Victorious there, as I said, set up with the top two. Paulson and Loebscher were outstanding. And then some little chipping in by nearly everyone. And some good strike rates there. Engelbrecht looked like a nice big left-hander. He came in 12 of 5. And a comprehensive victory on the Meng from Cape Town. And your side, your makeup of your side, obviously they split up the winners from the race to Cape Town, the champions of last year or last season's last man stands. And there was a bit of rivalry going in between there. Split the team up. I think there was a lot of banter between the side. I know a couple of my guys saying the other side couldn't play spin, so I think we've caught a bit of a division in that camp. So it'll be interesting to see how they go in this tournament. But seemed like a really good bunch of guys. Love their cricket, good enthusiasm. And then we obviously auctioned off some other places for the side. A few celebrities joining us in terms of the last man stands. All the big run getters and the game chasers. So we had the up and coming, the new up and coming, and then some of the legends. So it'll be interesting to see how they perform, and it should be a really, really good game.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the legends with the ball, the Pakistan guy. So he's obviously my banker, my go-to guy, and then just speaking to the local, to the Yankees. So they won it last year, so there we go. Langenfeld shirts out there. So we got McKenzie. Yeah, so good mix, good banter between the guys. Afterwards, it just gave me some insight on their fellow teammates. So hopefully use it today as well. We obviously got the bowlers, so I'll probably have to go up number 3 just to get us a good decent total.
I'd love to see you batting number 3, Langas. This would be good work. I think just those kits looked really good, and I think a nice touch from the last man stands organisers, auctioning it off. Obviously, going all those funds going to a great cause with Gary Kirsten's foundation. I think Wayne Grieve playing in my side, the two co-owners of Last Man Stands. He bought a position in my side, and Beyond Briggs your side. So really good from the organisers getting involved and giving back, and I think hats off to them.
Yeah, no, great. It's my first time playing in this tournament. I take my hats off to the work behind the scenes. I put in Briggs is in my team. I'll also still have to ask him if he's going to bowl, batting, what he prefer, or is he just going to be backstop fielding? So, but it looks quite keen last night.
Yeah, I think we have been told we're missing a wicketkeeper, so I think we have to pull straws to see who keeps, but I'll probably get the job.
I've seen you keep before, I've seen you put on the plate.
I think a couple of overs will do. This right knee of mine don't like bending down and doing too many squats, so we'll take it by. I think I might just draw straws. I think democratic captain, I can't dictate. And Langas, I think it's time for us to go stretch.
Yeah, definitely. I need to get warm. I can't take a salt bath now. There's no bath here, so I'll have to do the normal warm ups.
All right, well, good having you here. Good having you in your mother country, your mother city, and so I look forward to a good game. And well done to the Pulling Hookers on a comprehensive victory there.
Yeah, well done. Thanks, Neil.